There is so much money in stolen mattress tags. In my prime, we were hitting like 5 to 6 furniture stores a night. It was crazy. I knew it was wrong, but the money is just, it was amazing. I wish I could buy a ticket off this island, but let's see if we can make the best of it. Hey everybody, Weem here. Welcome to Unturned. I am playing on the GangZ server. I will be joining a number of other YouTubers. In fact, Paul Soares Jr. sent me a message via Twitter at the end of last week asking if I would like to join, and I was pretty excited about that because I've kind of been looking for an opportunity to play something with him for some time. He actually, sorry, I'm just noticing, I think I'm actually near somebody's base. I'm near one of the gang's base. Their bases here, but yeah, Paul actually did a indie test drive of a game that myself and a few others developed called Epic Inventor way back in the day. I think it was like 2012. And we've kind of kept in touch here and there on Twitter. So he sent me an invite, asked if I'd like to join this. And I thought, you know what, that would be awesome. A lot of cool people here. I've been getting to know some of them. But this is my first time. I've just kind of jumped on the server. My food and water are down a little bit because I've just kind of been looking around waiting for the sun to come up. I've just started down the beach a bit. And as I mentioned, I think we're near a base here. Now, I haven't seen everybody's videos. There's quite a few right now. I've seen, I think, half of Paul's. Part of me thinks that I'm actually near his base. They were building a white base that was on a hill. I think that might be it. But I don't know about any of this stuff down here. There's a fire. And we got some storage stacked up. Now, there's a number of rules to the server here. This is a full PvP, and there are gangs. Everybody's kind of been split into 3 gangs. I am going to be part of the Negan's boys, and if I can join them at some point or run into them, then that might happen. But again, we just started, and I'm just going to kind of peek around in here. You got some metal floors. It looks like they've just got pieces to build the base. And yeah, interesting, cool. So as I was kind of getting to, there are a number of rules to the server. So when you come across a base, you can actually, you can take an item, and you can also take consumables. I think you can do something with the vehicles if you want. You can see this one's locked here. But yeah, other than that, it's pretty open. There's some other things here and there. So we're gonna kind of cruise around. I do need to make sure that I'm getting to some food and water here soon. It was actually in the water earlier, and it didn't seem to be resolving my thirst. And just so you guys know, I am quite new to this game, very new indeed. I played just a little bit before this last weekend, and even this weekend I just played just a little bit. So we've got a boat here locked in. I'm wondering if this was Paul's boat. Somebody talked about taking his boat from him, and it had a safe on the back. Is that the safe? Could be, but maybe he's recovered it since then. So really, I need to stop kind of looking things over, and I really need to get started getting surviving, really. So again, I've got a little bit of experience in the game, not a whole lot. I know that I need to be getting some food and drink, and we need to get weapons. There's a lot of zombies here. If you're not familiar with the game, this is a zombie survival game. And as I mentioned, we've got a number of YouTubers playing here that have been separated into groups. Now those groups, as we come across this military base here, the groups are the Oozing Pus Buckets, or OPB, and that's the group that Paul is in, among many others. We have Negan's Boys, who I will hopefully be joining at some point. We have the Stanky Leg Boys as well. We've got a number of people in there. One of which is Gentleman Games, Gentleman James of Gentleman Games. I was talking to him earlier on Skype. So, yeah, let's try to get to surviving. Now, dying in this game is quite easy. In a single-player game where I was trying to get used to the controls and everything, I died a number of things. Now, fortunately, Paul told me, don't worry about dying. It happens a lot in the beginning, so I'm going to try and keep that in mind. But this is not really the safest of places for me to be. I'm noticing this kind of box here. I don't know if this is... I don't see anything in there, so we're going to avoid that. I think what I'm going to do is run around the base. I'm going to try and bring up the map. If I bring it up now, I don't have a chart or anything, so we can't see anything. I'm going to try to bring up the map on my second monitor here and try to get a feel for where I'm at. Fortunately, I do think that's Paul's base nearby, and so I can get my bearings once I do see the map. Okay, so right off the bat I'm being chased. Looks like he left me alone. Whew. I was just trying to come around the military base and did bring up the map, and I actually think Paul's boat was taken from him, so I think this is actually not Paul's base, and that might still be his boat that was taken from him, but they may still have it. Looking at the map, I see the military base, and the Stanky Leg Boys are located, according to the map, between this base and something else on the other side. So I think, let me see this street. I think that's actually where we are. So I've got quite the trip to go. Now, if I swim across, I'm looking at the map correctly, if I swim across the channel in here, and cross a bit of land to a road, then I can get over to their base. So part of me thinks that that's what I should do, but I may just kind of follow the streets and try to gather up some supplies as I go. It's probably not a good idea to show up empty-handed. Okay, I've come down the street a bit, and according to the map, this is the town of Alberton. It's got a port over there, and yeah, we are on the north side of this. I'd like to continue down the road. We've got a zombie in the road and a few down the street as well. I'm actually going to creep up here. We're going to go into like a stealth mode and try and hop in here. See if we can find anything of value. Now, I am crouched. You can actually crawl on the ground and be even stealthier. But I think crouched is probably good enough for now. I hope anyway. So we're just going to, as I said, look around here, see if we can find anything good. Crouch down again. Now sometimes you will hear them moan. It gives you an indication that you've got some nearby. Looks like we're pretty good here. So we've got a candy bar. Let's go ahead and grab that. Okay, thirst is starting to become a problem. This last room was empty. The one before it had a zombie inside, and I didn't really feel like risking that. So I think what I'll do is I might loop around here because there is a laundromat. If I could get some more clothes, then that means I could break it down and make a bedroll. Now I do see a sign here, and I think I know what this is. I'm going to go ahead and crouch down to try and be quiet, and let's get up to this thing. So you can see Uncle Jenny's 100% organic and free range snack shack, tasty food, clean water, cheap prices, just up this ladder. It doesn't sound like a trap at all, does it? Except that I've seen this, and while we don't have any currency, I do want to just kind of take a peek. Let's get to crawling again. All food and drink items, 5 skill points per item. Deposit in bookcase. Shoplifters will be shot twice. Let's just take a look. So we have a deposit here. We have none available, so we can't even pay. Well, that's interesting that you can even do that. Let's take a peek what's in here. Okay, all kinds of things in here. Now, here's the thing. We're supposed to pay, but I'm really thirsty. Okay, so this is Jenny's place. Tell you what, if I could leave an IOU, I would. Here's what we'll do. We're gonna just borrow an apple juice. How about that? If we can take this out of here. Okay, we can. And we'll put in some cloth, because that's the same, right? That's a good trade, I think. We're desperate. This is so terrible. Jenny, I owe you. I'm really sorry. So let's go ahead and equip this, and then we will just go ahead and left click and drink. So we're at 34%, and now we're at 50, and I don't know if it'll go up again, but thank you, Jenny, once again. We owe you one. Okay, well, we're right below Jenny's store. It's on the roof above. I've just gone through the laundromat. Unfortunately, nothing in here except for this hockey stick. So there is a zombie here. I think we'll take him out because that's going to get us some experience, and then I might go back upstairs. While I could look back at the footage, I just kind of want to see if, let me crawl, if I have the points. Oh, there's 2 zombies. Dang it. Let's creep around here. Let me see if I can find a straggler, because what I'm getting at is if I kill one, I can get some XP, and then maybe I can pay that to Jenny, and we'll be all good. I'm going to feel a little guilty leaving here without paying. Okay, once I got up here, I remember that's right. It says 5 skill points per item, so we don't have enough. We're going to open this up. We have 3 available now. We're going to hit deposit. 3? Transfer? Can we do that? We can't. Maybe because it only accepts 5. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. We need more to drink. I spent more just trying to do stuff around here. There is more in here, but you know what? We already took one. Do I have room to give them more? No. I was going to say, why don't I throw a $5 note on the ground? I don't know if this stays here or not, but we're going to go ahead and drop that. I think I've got this too. What was this one again? I forgot. A toonie. I think that's a form of currency. So there you go. We're leaving a 5. We're leaving a toonie. And a scrap of paper. It's all I have. So there's the prison. It's out on an island, and I'm pretty sure that's the prison that everybody else started on. That's kind of cool. We're looping around that. It's somewhat in the middle of the map, and I need to go from one side to the other, so we need to get around this and continue further. And I'm realizing that, you know, if I could just get to the Negan's Boys base, then I'm sure that they've got some apple juice or something for me to drink. So I really should be doing everything I can to just make a beeline and get straight there. Now I'm looking at the map, and basically on the other side of the island over there is a town, so I am going to try and stop and get some resources. While I'm here in the water, I'm just going to kind of swim in here, and that's not getting me a drink. And I know if I kind of was striking out or hitting the various keys in here, I'm not drinking right out of this. So I could be missing something, but we're going to keep going. Hope we don't die of thirst or starvation. If we do, it's going to put us somewhere else, and we'll just have to continue our trip from there. Okay, I've cut across. You can see the water's getting pretty low. There is a town over here. Let me look closely at the map. I think it says Charlottetown. My map is kind of shrunk down right now on my other screen. I think that's what it says, Charlottetown. And so we're going to see if we can find something in here. Now there's a lot of zombies already we can see. There's one over there. He's crouched down, and those guys that run on all fours seem to be pretty quick. So we're going to avoid that one. Let's hop up on this fence though. Well, we'll do this. Let's see. Can we see in there? Okay. It looks like it's somewhat safe. Let's go ahead and crouch. I see a pick right off the bat, which is awesome. Let's go ahead and grab this. And we'll go ahead and pick up some wire. And we'll check the rest later. I see something. I think that's an axe over there. Let's walk in here. Is that a nail gun? There's a lot of stuff in the game I didn't even know existed. I'm sure I will keep running across. We've got a saw up there. Now, I'm not going to have room to carry all this stuff. We have a nail gun, and I think no nails. Let's look up front. Let's see if there's anybody here. Another register. Okay, let's go ahead and hit that. We'll go ahead and take the currency. And I don't think I want to go on the street because there's just too many people, or too many zombies, I should say, out there. So once again, we're going to hop the fence and loop around back. Okay, this is the place that had a zombie in it, and it had a gate all around, but I think we can jump over this. Okay, now we're going to crouch. We're going to crawl, actually. See if we can get close enough to take this one out. And it's going to take a couple beatings. He is still in here. And hopefully we don't draw attention from the street. We just might, though. We're going to creep right up on this guy, stand up, give him a whack in the back of the head, and then probably try to back up a bit out of here. See how this goes. It's probably going to go terribly. Swing again. Why can't I swing again? This is going terribly. There we go. Sweet. Okay, let's crouch down here. Doesn't sound like we drew the attention of anybody else. So while we're in here, we'll just go ahead and take a look around and see if there's anything of value we can scoop. There's a front portion of the store here. I don't know if there's any other zombie in here. I suppose I should be crawling just to be safe. Okay, this house might be our last hope. I'm not finding what I need to find, although I have needed pants, so we have those now. But none of that's going to matter if I don't find a drink relatively soon. Now there's a fire axe. I have a feeling that's pretty good. I'm actually just going to go ahead and drop the hockey stick there, and we'll go with this guy. Try to get us a drink. And now in the last house I had a nice kitchen and everything, but nothing to drink. It looks like we can't access that. Nothing here. So we need to keep moving along. Let's get out here. So actually, I wonder if that's their base out there. We are getting close. I know it's down the beach and then essentially across the water. It's just a swim. Whoa. Let's try not to run into anybody. We will have to make a sprint for it if we draw attention. I really should be fully crawling to try not to get any attention. I'd like to go in the police station, but we are now at 9%. This is going to be really rough. Number of cops right there. But I'm pretty desperate. I would love to get a drink. I'm going to be laughing at myself later if there's some way to drink out of the water that I will end up swimming in, but I haven't found a way yet. Oh, hello. I want those bullets, but I don't want that attention. And then we've got prisoners in here, so we're going to get out of here. Oh, that means we just got spotted, so we're going to make a sprint for it here. That's our island. I'm coming, guys. I'm coming. I started swimming for that island with the castle on it, thinking maybe they had been working on some new base, but I glanced at the map, and that is not, that's not the base. It's a very small island with some kind of fort or castle on it. So we need to go this way, but we are very close. That bridge, basically where this bridge connects over to this island, it's just past that and up on the hill is their base. So we are very close. Just a short swim. You can see we're at 3%. We were at 5 back at town, so I'm hoping that we can get there just in time and see if we can get saved here. Let's get up on the beach. There is a camp here. It's called Kensington Campground. So, oh, 2%, you guys. I don't think we're going to make it. I think even if I got straight there, I would probably die looking through the storage, looking for something to drink. So I'm going to keep my fingers crossed, and maybe we'll see something at the camp. I'm not going to spend too much time looking through everything. It just slows things down too much to try to find something. But there's the base. You can see the multiple floors of the base there. We're now at 1%. Now I think when we hit 0, we'll start losing life. So maybe that'll buy us a little bit of time, but I'm not entirely sure. And what I do know as well, at least from the last video I saw, this could be different now, that they have a bunch of stuff stored outside the base, and they may not have moved that in yet. We're going to hope that they haven't, because if they have, I have to kind of dive around. I'm just going to try to pass the base. We're at 0 now. We're going to try to pass the base and see if we can find anything on the other side of it where I'm kind of expecting to find it. They do have a road right through the middle, so we can take a peek as we run through. But I would imagine that it's all locked up anyway, and we're not technically part of the gang yet. I don't know if there's something they need to do to allow me in. I'm assuming the door is locked here, for example. Let's see, it is locked, so we're not going to be able to get in here. We're going to have to pass this up. Hope that the storage chests are not locked. I think the idea is they don't lock them. Let's see, it should be right up here. I'm gonna sprint. I don't think this is gonna affect me too much. Okay, cool. Here is the base. Check it out. So we got storage all around. We're gonna have to dive right into this really quick. You can see the Stanky Leg Boys were in here taking some supplies at one point, and so they left a sign. Let's see, what is that? That almost looks like water, but it's not. It's dough. Okay, all kinds of stuff in here. I don't think these have items, or names rather. They just say storage. And some of this stuff is really not clear to me. I'm just going to have to mouse over some elements. What is that? That's green smoke. We don't want that. Let's see. A diving tank and a log. No. No. I'm going to have to keep an eye out just for the obvious stuff at a very quick glance. Life is going down. We're at 50% now. That's not it, right? Oh, canned cola. Check it out. Okay, we're gonna swipe these two. we're kind of part of this gang. We're supposed to be part of this gang, so I'm okay, right? We can have this. We're gonna go ahead and equip this and drink it. Okay, let's see what that does. 11%, so that helped. Can I actually do it again, or it might have just automatically selected the next one. Okay, and then that one didn't help as much. Maybe because the quality wasn't as high on that one, but whew. Well, I seem to be in much better shape now, and in looking through things, I did find a bedroll. So I'm going to go ahead and borrow that. We'll put this down, because I would like to appear here if I were to die, or next time I die. So let's just go ahead and stick this here. I think this will work. We'll put it next to all the other ones. And then, yeah, I just need to claim it. So let's see. Okay, claim. There we go. That is claimed. We should be able to start here now when we die. So looking around, we've got a sign over here. We have your trophy leather. Let's make a deal. And you can see the Oozing Pus Buckets has been signed. So anyway, it looks like we have some revenge to be exacted. And then, of course, we have the thanks for the supplies. And the Stanky Leg Boys dropped their sign over here. So coming into this, it looks like these guys could use some help, could use an additional member, and that's what I was hearing, was that they could use some help here. So hopefully I can help. I was telling some of them I probably only count as about a half member, being very new to the game and not knowing what I'm doing. But anyway, I think I will leave it at that. I do want to thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Please do leave a like on this if you enjoyed it. Down in the description, I'm going to have a link to all the other members here on the gang server, and some other links you may be interested in as well. So once again, I do want to thank you guys, and I will catch you next time.